Hello, I hope you are well. Thank you to all of you who are returning time and time again to watch these videos, especially my channeling videos, and for supporting the channel. I'm over the moon. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Today I've been asked to come on and just talk about something that happened earlier today. It was very odd. I've had it before, but it's something that they do with me every now and again, especially when I'm not happy about a few things and they want to talk to me. I get quite frustrated at my guides and angels, especially if things are taking too long or I can't see what's coming next. I'm not very patient at all, and I haven't been happy about a few things. So, and I do get quite down, and I know lots of us do, especially when you're on this spiritual journey, and I've started to worry about so many things and, you know, what's coming up for me now. I'm getting older and all sorts. I'm wanting to change who I am, not feeling very good about myself at all, really. So, they told me a few things about myself, and I quite often when I stand in the mirror, stand looking at the mirror, usually not liking what I see, but when I'm standing at the mirror, I often see, and I know other people who see spirit, you know, or angels, it's almost like they stand over me so that their face passes over mine and my face disappears and their face appears. And I also get that with a body as well. And it's very odd. It's a very odd thing. And as I'm doing it, I get a lot of what I call, it's like static, but it's like a blue light that fizzles. I've had that since I was a child. Got tapping noise because somebody's standing over there. Okay. And it's really strange, because then I look in the mirror and it's almost like I disappear and this person standing there instead, and they're usually men, and all these different faces came across mine, all wearing different expressions. Some of them are trying to talk to me, their mouths are going, and it's really odd because the mouth can appear down here if I start seeing my own face again. And what they do is they communicate through me, so my lips will move. And that's how channeling works as well. So I'll start speaking, but saying their words, what they want to say to me. And I can hear it in my mind as well. So it's very, very odd, and it changes very, very quickly. So I saw all these multitude of faces, and like this, you know, and I want to be able to hear them. Just, you know, I can hear things. I do hear things off and on, especially at night. I often hear you have to excuse me, I want a pounding headache. Which, and it's round here, so it's the third eye and from my neck. Tension. And it's also, I've lost what I was going to say to you now. I'm sorry about that. Always happens when I'm talking about this kind of stuff, but it's a very odd experience, and it's not like, oh, I'm being possessed or anything stupid like that. It's not, well, it's not stupid, but you know what I'm talking about. It's not that kind of thing. It's just, you know, people talking to me, but I got a lot of people this time. I see my main guide come over me, and the older guy I've talked about, old man, who his face came over mine as well, and he started talking to me, and how, you know, things were happening in the way it was, and how, you know, how they wanted to show who I was, which I find very difficult at times, believe it or not. And this power that they say I've got, and this queen thing again, and I just went on, and I actually got to sit and express how I felt and ask certain questions about why certain things weren't happening as fast as I wanted them, why certain things were going on. And I actually came out at one point with, why won't you take me home? So that just came out. I got quite upset when I was doing it, and I was standing at first, and then they made me sit down, and standing's not good for me with FND. I start to fall over if I do that for too long. So I'm talking to them, and so I'm able to express through my mouth what I want information on, and they are talking back to me, and I hear it in my mind, but I can see their lips moving and their face over me. And I noticed at one point when I was standing just how many of these people are around me. They are really actively guarding me. It's really quite, I mean, I know I talk about that, but I don't think you probably understand just how close these people can be. It's like they're in my aura. This guy was standing right, and it wasn't that he was looking at me, but he was right here. This is why I see this at night. And they have told me there are people who, I think they're talking about people from the spirit world, or from the other dimensions, who possibly don't like what I'm here to do. Maybe they've been holding a grudge for a long time, I don't know, but they have to be very mindful, and they have to really guard me. And I asked them to show me the Atlantis beings, and they showed me, and I saw their faces, and that was fantastic. They're not, they're very human looking. There's nothing odd, well, not odd, but you know what I mean, different. They just look normal. They showed me the Seraphim angels, and why I keep saying, that there's only 3, and they tell me there's 4, is because 3 of them come over me, that are around me, and there's one floating above me. That actually showed me the one I could see his outline above me. So it's absolutely fascinating. I was over the moon for that. Some of them did look slightly, there was one guy with big eyes, and he looked very different. But they also showed me something, or my main guy did, which I wasn't expecting. The only way I can describe it is, if you're a Red Dwarf fan, and I think this is why they did it, because, I've said before, they come in on different, they use different TV programs, things like that, whatever comes in on your level, whatever you like, so that you relate to it and you understand their meaning, and it's confirmation, and validation of what they're saying to you. And it's the Red Dwarf episode, I think it's series 4 or 5, I think it's 5 because 5 is my favourite, Terraform. Now I know at least one of you out there just watch Red Dwarf, so you know what I'm talking about. Where the moon terraforms into Rimmer's mind, and it shows all of his neuroses, and he actually gets kidnapped, and this is all relevant, gets kidnapped by this monster who basically ties him up and calls him everything under the sun and says, you're this, you're that, and I'm going to, kill you, whatever. And the others come to help him, but they're watching. And basically this beast is Rimmer's self-loathing. He's created it because this moon is a sign moon or whatever, and it terraforms to somebody's mind. So it's taken all of the good bits, but mostly the bad bits in this case. And this horrible monster is actually Rimmer's self-loathing and his hate for himself, and it's taken physical form. So they have to rescue him for it. And every time the others make him feel good about himself, the monster gets defeated. It goes on like that. There's a lot of some quite funny bits with a little they say graveyard, and one's Rimmer's charm died aged 11. And it goes on like that. One of the leeches on this swamp that it's created, it's got the face of Rimmer's mum. So it's very, very funny. But it illustrates exactly what it's very good to watch if you don't believe in yourself, you don't have self-acceptance, and you don't have self-love. It's brilliant to watch. It will really make you laugh, but importantly, it will really make you see what's going on in your own mind and help you begin to make steps to change that. So basically, I usually watch that when I'm feeling that way, or Miranda. One of the two. Really good programs to pick you up, talking about self-love and getting your self-esteem back. But my guide basically, because I started getting this face over mine that was sort of really angry and snarly, and the mouth kept going up, and then I kept seeing this hood, and this face was distorted. It was very weird. I couldn't see it fully clearly. I'm not sure I wanted to, but basically he told me that he was showing me that's what was inside me, this destructive part that was just thinking I wasn't good enough. And it was, and they've often shown me images of Hitler, because they basically say that's what I'm like to myself inside. I'm very dictatorial and like that. So very odd. They have on occasion done that to, I mean, I get that sometimes in my channelings, but that's a completely different thing. But they do it for me as well, to say you are being so horrible to yourself. You've got to really go within and sort this out. And they kept saying to me since yesterday that the enemy is in here. Why I can't, get the weight off, do this, do that. Why I don't like myself. It's because the enemy is within. Okay, it can cause a lot of health problems, everything, so it's important that we look inward. But this thing was really creepy. So there wasn't a spider for once. They always show me a spider when I'm nervous, or I'm afraid to do something that I need to do. There can be spirit or guides, alien guides like this, like whatever. They can be quite forceful, and I've heard that alien guides are the worst for that, and quite cruel at times, but they get the job done, as they say. That's their job. And but I got to raise quite a few personal things and meet these people and see all these other people. And at one point I saw my great grandma Keen on my mother's side, who I never met because she died when I don't know if she died when I was young or before I was born, I'm not sure. But she was a massive character in the family. This is the lady whose line all these gifts come through. And they go to both female and male. Because I know my uncles have had, and my grandfather have had experiences. And then my mum, and it's gone down. I think my little niece has stuff now. So yeah, it was great because she appeared, and I asked if it was her, and nodded her head like that. So I was over the moon. She was such a character. I just heard about her. She ruled with her. She wasn't an easy person. And I don't think she made everybody happy by any means, but I don't know. There's an expression where I come from, because I come from Newcastle in the north of the country, northeast, and it would say she's full of hell, which means she was angry, and which is why everybody in the family, including my son, is known for having what they call the keen temper. So, and yeah, we certainly do have it. It's very sort of Aries, fiery, fire sign temper. Yeah. And so that was amazing, because I kept seeing this long dark hair. Now she has come to me. She was younger here, but I have seen her way back when I first started getting sort of channeling messages and things years and years ago. She appeared and she was guiding me, but she was an older woman, and then I never saw her again for ages. She disappeared, but she was back. So I was really happy about that. And then, what else did I say? I wasn't sure if I saw one of my uncles at one point, but there were a lot of people around me supporting me. And I want to make that clear to you, that they are there. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not there supporting you. Okay, and when I did my angel reading for the night, which I'm not sure I'm going to do any more of because YouTube let me down a bit with that. I was trying to get it on for the evening upload, and it took forever, and it didn't. It uploaded in the morning, and it was private. They left it private, so so frustrating. Anyway, so I'll leave that for tonight. It's the SMR style, so you can check that out. I'm saying that tonight, but this video will probably air tomorrow, so I'll probably do another one. I will do another one. Anyway, they're personal channel messages and something to help you sleep. Anyway, getting back to the talk I had with Shadowmen, they often get me to, with this healing, to draw symbols in the air. And I often, if I'm writing symbols for healing, I create my own symbols with the energy that I've got, that I heal with, this subatomic level type, Reiki type energy. It's very strange. And often when I look at the page, the symbol's already on there, the outline of it. It's really odd. But I'll often, when I do a meditation, I've done them in the past, I will draw a big pyramid. They ask me to do certain things. Big pyramid that goes off into the air, that can protect the town, can protect wherever. They'll tell me where it needs to go. And they asked me to do that again. And as I sat there, I had to put my hands like that, and I could see all of these symbols and sort of a geometry, yeah. All these pyramids, triangles, different shapes moving around. One looked like an electron at one point. And but as I drew the pyramid, I could see the energy actually move and do it. I've had it in my mind, but this was, I could really see it forming. It was amazing to see the actual energy. It's blue, it was blue light this time, which is a healing colour. But I normally see it as gold, yellowy gold. But then they asked me to do the circle. I couldn't quite see the circle, although I can see it now, and I'm drawing. That's really weird. I can see this little outline coming up. I'm pushing it at you. You see, it's almost like it's second nature to do that. That's a bit of healing. And I could see it, and it's the most natural thing in the world. And I stepped forward. The one thing I did ask them to show me was my real face, and they wouldn't. So that's for another time, because they want me to concentrate more on my life here, which was odd, and to accept myself as I am, and you know who I am. So that was extremely interesting, and they have bothered me. They have been distracting me when you know, they wanted me to do this video. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit out of it because it was very very strong, and I felt a little bit drained and a little bit, I've been shown things about myself. I feel a little bit down at the minute, so I'm sorry if I sound a bit out, but I think I need to rest up. I'm going to start a new regime with myself tomorrow, so health-wise and everything. But yeah, so that was very interesting. And what else was I going to tell you? No, it's not there at the minute. But yeah, they're dead. You know, people, ask them to show themselves. Yeah, there you go, as a tap. Ask your guides and angels to show themselves. Yeah, and you'll be surprised what you found. That's it. That was the other thing I had to say. One thing, and they gave it to me the other day. They have sort of said this before, but they confirmed that I was working in how many different realms? 6 realms all at once. That I wasn't existing dimensions. I wasn't existing and in time zones. Correct. Just in one, I was in 6 all at the same time. I don't know how that's possible, but that's what they told me, and they confirmed that today, and that's why they said I was tired a lot and why I have the fits at times, because I got a fit in my body. They always show me that first MIB movie where that huge insect alien thing is trying to fit in that man's face and he's trying to squash himself in all the time. I always find that hilarious, and I don't know why, but I do. And that's, which is great, isn't it? So yeah, very very odd. And they did, at one point, I suddenly became aware of my surroundings changing a little bit, and I've been seeing things that are very organic looking. I got upset because I said to them, I see so much. I'm very I said, you see all the, and it's, I see things that are, the only way I can describe them is that they look like bacteria, or they're fungus, or they're organic. I don't know what these patterns and images are. And at one point, and I've had this before, I all of a sudden thought, I'm somewhere else. It's almost like maybe I'm doing something in this other dimension, whatever. They told me I was healing on another one, and I've talked about being inside the body, being able to go inside the body, and then the channelings and how that's going to be a thing for healing eventually. And it was almost like I became aware of that I was doing that somewhere. And they said, yes, you're healing. And I mean, I could be doing that. That could be a part of the future that they've just shown me. I just suddenly became aware of it. I thought, oh, part of me is somewhere else. And it's almost like traveling within a body, healing, doing something. And I was aware of it, and I could see. And then, it's very odd. I've explained this in some of this in other videos way back. And I think I deleted some of those videos. I'm just trying to remember. But anyway, because I was changing the channel at the time. But, oh, God, my head is going. It's just so odd. I can't remember what I was going to say to you now. It's all breaking down. Very tired. But it's like I'm doing these things on different dimensions, different places, and then it's almost like that part of me that went away comes back and comes and sits in me, or if I'm lying down, and then these other bits are out there somewhere doing whatever. So sometimes oh, they're telling me that's separate, that's parts of me from here going out. But they mean that my state of existence, and they're showing me all different lines, it's on these other dimensions. And they do talk about that. I've heard other spiritual videos where they say that you or can be off in different places doing things and coexisting at the same time. So, but they said I'm on 6 planes doing, and time zones, doing healing, all sorts of work, which I'm not allowed to divulge. Well, that sounds very secret agent, doesn't it? That's great. Oh, James Bond, I wish. Female one, yes. So yeah, it's so odd though to think, no wonder I'm drained and tired. And channeling constantly, and there are so many people come in and out. I think they said at one point that I was healing some of you out there. So whether this corresponds to a video I'm going to do at some point in the future, I don't know. I do want to offer healings. I'm not sure how to do it yet, because I find doing it over Zoom or whatever is not going to work for me. It's almost like I'd have to have my big teddy bear Harold on the table and doing the healing for you that way. So I don't know how that's going to work. Let me know what you think about that, whether you'd be interested in me healing like that. And as for writing it all down and finding some sort of course to do with it, creating one, I just can't at the moment. I'm still finding out myself. So that may be in the future. I don't know how you would access that energy in you, because I don't know myself yet. I just seem to have it. So whether it may not be able to be taught as a course, and what I may be able to help you with is to tap into your own energy and your own gifts that way. So we'll see though. But let me know what you think if you would be interested. I think it would incorporate a bit of a reading as well, because I'd have to channel what was going on, that what they want to do, help heal, and or what medical, what they wanted me to enhance that, for you, whatever, yeah. So let me know what you think about that. But that was really a really interesting thing, and it's happened before, but not on that scale where I actually got answers, and they're standing here. There's been little lights, I can see you. Yeah, they wanted me to show you who I was and what I could do, and I don't know why, but I'm just feeling my way with stuff like this. So I hope you found that of interest. If you wanted, I am going to do a live stream. I'm a bit scared, I have to say, but I am going to do one. I am going to set up another membership at some point, because I want to get the point where we can do an ask anything or have a discussion going about certain things. So I may set that up, and that will be, discussing various things. What I want to talk about as well is the channeled writings. I've got this image in my head of a story, and I know it's all to do with the things that they've shown me. So I will be doing a video on that, and that'll probably go on the membership thing. So if you want to join, please join. I've got 3 at the moment. I will have a 4th one, and I'll get that set up today. So you've got a choice. And if you want to know more about how these stories come through that are channeled messages, and I know some of you have gone, thank you, bless you, wonderful, and gone and bought the some of the books that I was referring to in the previous video. So you can find out what it's like, because it's really, I would love to know if you get anything off it. If you do read these stories, if you pick up anything, let me know, okay? But I'm definitely going to do some videos on that. There will be, I'm going to do live stream on the main channel, but there will be a different sort of live stream for healings, things like that, as in Ask Me Stuff, a general discussion about the channeled messages. So, or various aspects, or whatever, it'll be whatever, but in more detail in the memberships. So we'll try that. And if there's anything else you'd like to see me do a video on, please let me know. But we'll start with that, and there's probably going to be some extra healing videos on the memberships as well. Okay, but on the main channel, don't worry if you're not into the membership thing, that's fine. Still going to have all that stuff on the main channel. I'm still unsure as to whether or not I'll be doing healing this week, but definitely next week. Okay, so I hope that is of some use to you. I'm now going to go back and try and write my script for this, so I can submit it. Netflix, I wish. Oh, it'd be wonderful. Oh, absolutely wonderful. Anyway, take care of yourselves, and if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, and as I say, comment, and let me know what you think, and join memberships if you're interested. Okay, if you want a personal reading, I'm doing angel life path readings now as well. I did a healing for a lady the other day, absolutely wonderful, a reading for this lady the other day, and it made me feel fantastic with the angels, with the life path. So I definitely want to do that. But personal readings as well, they're brilliant. So just send me an email to my email address, or .curranross, all one word, @gmail.com. I'll put the link in the description. Okay, take care of yourselves, and if I get any more weird spooky things, I shall do a video on it. They'll make me. Welcome to my strange world. Okay, take care of yourselves and have a great weekend. Bye.